welcome back to my channel. I'm Fabian and I'm here with Officer Grunwald. And we'll be talking about how to be safe on the boat and fun things officers do while working on the lake. Officer Grunwald, what is the first thing you do once you step on the boat?
Well, Fabian, the first thing that I do is I check the gas, I check the oil, I make sure my boat's running properly, I warm it up, I check the lights, the sirens to make sure everything is working, and then I start the boat up and I let it run for a little while and warm it up. I make sure my bag is on here, I have a first aid kit, I have some important papers in there, and I have a lot of boating safety booklets. So if I pull somebody over on the lake and they're doing something wrong, I try to help educate them, and I'll give them one of these boating safety books that show all the laws for the state of Michigan and things that you have to do when you're on a boat.
Officer Grunwald, when you're on the boat, can you just jump into the water?
No, Fabian, I'm working. I know it does get really hot out here, especially the days it gets over 100 degrees. I would like to jump into the water, but I have almost 30 pounds of gear on, and it's too hard to take everything off, and I can't just jump in. I'd like to sometimes, but a few years ago, I did fall in, Fabian, with all my equipment on, and I did ruin a lot of it. I ruined my taser and everything else, but I was trying to help someone, and that just goes with the job. So sometimes it happens. I don't like it when it does, but that's just a part of what I do.
That is really sad, sort of.
It was, and everybody at the police department teased me about it, and you know what they call me? Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve, because I fell in.
That is a cool name, though. Let's talk about the boating laws. How many are there and what are they?
Well, Fabian, it's a great question. There are pages and pages of boating laws, way too many to name, but some of the most important ones are personal flotation devices, and most people would call those life jackets. You have a life jacket on, you're 9 years old. By law, anybody under the age of 6 has to have a life jacket on, Fabian, when the boat is moving. But it's very important. Even me, I wear a life jacket every time that I'm on the boat for safety. And if I were to fall in, my life jacket will automatically inflate for me. There's a lot of different life jackets, but probably the most important one, in my opinion, is to always have a life jacket on when you're on the boat for your safety and everyone else's.
That's really cool, and it is true that you do have to be safe on the boat with a life jacket. Officer Grunwald, when you're in the middle of the lake with your boat and you run out of gas, what do you do?
Well, I have a 45-gallon gas tank on here, and I always check the gas when I get on at the beginning of my shift. So that never happens, but I will tell you, I have had the boat break down in the middle of the lake, and then I have to ask somebody to help tow me in. So that is unfortunate and kind of embarrassing sometimes, but thank goodness it doesn't happen a lot.
Okay, that's super cool. And it's always good to know that. Okay, now comes the fun part. What was the most exciting thing you've done while working on the boat?
Well, I've had some interesting things happen. I've dropped my phone in the water. I've dropped my police department keys in the water. I've dropped my radio in the water. But I think for me, Fabian, the nicest thing or the best thing that I can do when I'm out here is help people. If their boat breaks down, I can tow them in. If someone cuts themselves or gets hurt, I can bring them in and have the fire department come and help them medically. And I like helping people. That's why I'm here.
That's really cool and super interesting. What was the most dangerous thing you've seen people do on a boat?
A lot of times for me, it's having parents not put life jackets on their children. And that's very dangerous. Also, boats racing towards each other that maybe are going to hit head on. Things like that really scare me the most because I don't want to see anybody hurt out here on the lake.
No way! I can't believe people do that! Officer Grunwald, is there anything else you would like to add to our boat safety video?
Absolutely. When you turn 12 years old, I hope you come to my boating safety class and we will get your boating safety certificate. Anybody 12 years of age or older in the state of Michigan can take a class and be certified, and it really helps you knowing with what the boating laws are and what's expected of you when you're out on the water. And I would encourage anybody to take that class.
No way, that's so awesome! Mr. Grunwald, thank you for your help today. We learned a lot.
It's my pleasure, and thank you for the donuts. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
These are good.